Hello and welcome to Boomtown Part 2. Well, I got a lot to talk about here before we get going. This spot is really weird. It's way up in the mountains. And I'm not finding any modern trash at all. It's all hand stacked foundations. But there's no remains of logs from any of the cabin sites that I'm at. But up the road there's quite a few cabins that are, 2-3 logs high, or even almost full standing without a roof. And I just don't get why I'm finding so many relics inside this cabin site. It's really awesome. So let me show you a little map here, and then a hand-drawn map. Sorry, it's not going to be very good, but it's the best I can do. And I'll show you this little map and show you kind of the area and, where I'm at. So here we go. Okay, I hope you're going to be able to see this map. Well, let me put it down on the table. Okay, so here we go. As I talked about in the last video, the blacksmith shop right here. And here's the tram hand stack walls, 2 of them where they were supported tram towers that go up the hill like 2,000 feet. Here was the blacksmith shop that I found that stuff. And oh yeah, right, the Boomtown, how we got the name. There's this boiler part right here that was down off the road to the bottom, headed towards the creek. That it was a huge piece, and just the way it was sitting in the ground, looks like it blew up from up here, maybe where the motors were at and the steam engine, and landed down here. So that's Boomtown. Down here we have a creek that runs all the way across the bottom, and then right next to the sites here is 2 big sites. I think those were part, like the foreman's or something's offices or something, and then there's a whole bunch of just little cabin sites all through here. And over here, oh, let's see, okay, I showed you some stuff in the first video on this spot, this cabin site just down, that friends of mine that turned it on to me, showed me this spot. So I went down there and checked out. That's where I got some of the place burned down. There's the melted leg of the stove and some parts of the stove I showed you that were melted. And then just across the road and up is where I'm hunting right now. That was in November or October, where I'm finding all my stuff. And right next there's an outhouse, there's a can dump, there's another cabin just right above it. Cabin site, should I say. A cellar hole and another big site over here. And there's another site just right here that I haven't even checked out yet. And it's about 1/10 of a mile from the tram site to this. And it's really amazing, all the stuff I'm finding here inside the cabin site. Not around here or out or whatever, but just right inside. So let me show you some of the stuff I've been finding in the cabin site. And first off, I'd like to show you stuff I'm finding that's not metallic, but it's things I'm finding when I'm hunting the metal objects. It's pretty crazy. These are some buttons. Just a lot of glass and rubber, hard rubber. But some of the better ones I want to show you. This is a real beauty here. It's got silver gild glass. No shanks on any of these. I think they may have just saved them because they were pretty. I don't know. But I have two of those. And just, you know, run-of-the-mill glass buttons. Some real pretty ones though. This was a little pin. It's a horseshoe. And here is, this one over here is a glass bead, like from a necklace, and this here is the same way. It's a cut piece of glass with a hole through the middle. Would have been like for a necklace. And this is a hard rubber button made by the Novelty Rubber Company, 1855 to 1865, under Charles Goodyear patent. Just one of those, and then this big one, I suppose, was a big coat button. Probably pretty hard to see. It does say Novelty Rubber Company. Very awesome finds. Okay, now we'll get into the metal buttons. But all this stuff in here I found just because I was digging the metal. They just showed up. And I started sifting a little with my mining stuff. I have some sifters, classifiers, and went down to like a 1/4 inch. And I come up with these. And these are all metal. And brass, I believe, most of these. This one is. It's quite ornate. 2-piece. But I have quite a few of those. Some rivets. They're all metal, very old. This one here even has cloth in it. Yeah, that one. And these real little ones I found with the magnet when I put it in the hole. Very nice. Okay, let's get to some of the other stuff here. Ash scoop. And this was pretty neat. I found this, had no idea what it was, what it is. But what it is a candle holder for the miners. Insert that, and you could take this end and stick it in a crack, or you could use this end and just hang it. And that was for the miners. Or I suppose you could use it in the cabins too, in a crack in the wall or hanging it from something. And I got these salt and pepper shakers. I suppose that was the pepper, big holes. It's kind of beat up, but I do have matching. This, I believe, would have been the salt. And this lid here was probably, oh, I don't know, talcum powder maybe. It does have a little deal here you could open and close, so maybe talc. And a tri-headed file. I'm finding all this stuff in the cabin. And, you know, not out and around. I believe this is a heel plate. Pretty good one too. And this, I don't know, I'm not sure what this went to. Ornate. And this crucible, part of a crucible, is what they would put their materials in, and the assayer would melt them down and pour it in here and see how pure the stuff, the minerals were, which they mined was zinc and lead at this mine. So that's pretty cool. And this would have been the handle to the stove that would fit into the round part on top to pull that plate off and lift off, and it's pretty cool. It's been mended. I love this mended stuff. Then the evil spoons, plenty of them. This one, I believe, was bent just to make it like a ladle. Couldn't find markings, but pretty good find. Spoon bowl, another big one. Broken off there. More spoon parts. Another spoon. And some ends, handle parts. This one seems to be silver plated. No markings. This one's just got a little bit of ornate on it, fancy, whatever. Handle to something, drawer maybe, or who knows. Oh, another little spoon. Part of a file. And a couple of forks.